Hello everybody, welcome back to the World with Jaws. I'm your keeper, NaN-Gram. With us today we have Axol.
Hi, my name's Axol, aka Kundun. I play Dane Carver, the Chirurgeon.
We have Tim.
Hi, I'm Tim. I am playing Sir Tre Bresaint, the Navigator.
We have United.
Hi, I'm United. I play Adam Laurence, the Matelot.
And we have Harley.
Hi, I'm Harley, and I'm playing Joy Pacallis, your fearless captain.
Last we left, I should reiterate, in the bowels of a disheveled ship of the Moonshadow Corsairs, pursued by rusted automatons affected by the waves, emerged from a pool of seawater, brushed up on the rocky shore of this diminutive island, is an Atlantean rising from the darkness. The courtesans belong to us.
The what?
What will you do? She is precious. She is precious to her. She's precious. She has shirked her responsibilities. And for that, she owes us her life.
Sorry, the sea likes to claim a lot of people. I don't believe you for about half a second about that.
I'm gonna trust Tim's judgment.
The Atlantean looks to you, Sir Bresaint, and then in this moment you do realize this is not simply any malformed sailor, but a servant of the seas.
For fuck's sake. Yeah, great, and I just ran my mouth off like an idiot.
Another shirker in our midst.
You're gonna shut your mouth.
It is not I who has wronged her and her bounty.
I don't think a person's life is a bounty to be taken by her.
Do you know this guy?
It is a price of living. All living things came from her embrace and will return to them one day.
To answer your question,
This
Captain,
person right here?
to an extent I know his boss.
The being's arm cracks and quivers as a long blade of abalone descends from his forearm into a wicked sight.
Now,
No.
there's
You
no
will-
need for that. Dane butts in. He removes something from his pack. We don't need to fight here. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement over a drink, perhaps?
Dane, I think that little party trick is a lot more deadly than you're perceiving it as.
The sides of the ship begin to tear away as another handful of automatons tear through the hull to get at it. We are on. Last time we had taken a bit of a tumble, so we were situated somewhat northwest of the upstart coast, one of the islands outside the Quill territory. It's one of those Blackstone beaches.
Gotcha. And are we on the ship or off the ship?
Off the ship. Like you're underneath a ship that had been marooned upon this Blackstone breach that had come through during its high tide. It scuttled upon the rocks, and as the tide descended, this island emerges. Which is to say, like, it's because of the amplitude of the tides, this island can be underwater more often than not. So this is hence why you can still be here on land, despite the fact that this part of the island should technically be underwater. The Razorwind Enigma does tend to dip the tides down a bit more violently than usual.
Can we get United's attack in real quick?
Sure, what are you doing?
United, your attack.
No, so you said automatons were starting to break in. Even before all of this, I was waiting to make an attack while everyone was last time, because everyone burst
Okay, what's
in.
your attack?
So I was still over where we were before, because I was ready to attack things that were climbing up the cliff. cliff face while they went to
Yes.
there. But now they're breaking into the ship, so I'm just going to charge in and start punching the things going at the breaking through the ship.
Okay. You could do that as fisticuffs if you wanted.
I was planning to use my fists anyways. I assumed it was more regular fighting because I don't really want to get another.
If you wanted to. Anyway, yeah, just roll me a get into a scrap. So 2 damage or take additional option and 1 damage.
I'll just do the damage. They're robots.
These rusted automatons are nothing in your hands as you grab 2 of them by the torso and smash them together. They burst like overripe tins of fruit.
Finally.
Lovely.
But still waiting in the darkness, the Atlantean is the bigger threat. While you had your back turned, the half
I'm seeing this and
creature leaps forward, gouging into your back with its wicked blade, dealing 3 harm.
I'm gonna need some stitches for that.
Don't worry about it.
I would like to leap into action. I feel like Joey would abandon
Okay.
everything else at this point because, I mean that's like a pretty bad looking stab. I'm assuming.
Yeah. In the light, you can see that this naturalized blade is not quite like a honed saber, but more like a long prorated claw. It's got these ridges and it's got these ridges and valleys to it that might be indicative of something that was like warped, like someone who mishandled the edge of a can opener. It has wicked efficiency, however.
Like Kimimaro from Naruto, the bone guy.
Sure, well, let's go with that.
Like a natural weapon. Interesting. Yeah, I'll roll my.
Yes. Do you know what abalone looks like?
I do not, but I will roll my get into a scrap real quick, and I will
Okay.
use my. Oh, dang it! I accidentally pressed it too early. Too late to use luck, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'll just go with that.
You probably didn't need it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. That's going to be good enough for you.
I will.
How are you attacking?
Definitely with the pistol. Going to try
Okay.
and make sure that the shot lines up somewhere that could not, if I do maximum damage to the creature, damage Adam in the process.
Don't worry about me. This thing's next.
I'd also like to reposition myself a little
Okay.
bit and move farther into the center of the aisle, farther away from the automatons.
All right.
And yeah, I'll just do my full. I do the full 2 harm, right?
Yeah. So you do this harm. Let's see here. I'm looking at the. Let's see here. Ooh, okay. You know what? I think this calls for it. You managed to get him with a good shot. The bullet lands somewhere in his chest. You realize that his body is covered in this sort of coral armor. You couldn't quite see in the dim light, but the flash from your pistol managed to illuminate him. You see him draw the edge of the blade across his arm in a moment as it digs into his chest. Take 3 harms. Can I inflict a trouble and harm at the same time? Let me think. I'm gonna say yes. Yes, I can.
Joey's not looking good, half health.
Take poisoned as your trouble.
Poisoned? Ooh.
Yep.
What's the downside there, if I may ask?
You're compelled to go done for in crises. If all your trouble boxes are marked, roll to deny death. The pain racks your body as you feel the tinge of urchin poison course through your skin.
I'd mother a nick
It
too.
stings like hell.
How do I mark a trouble again?
Just put it in your bio,
Alright.
I think.
This is an unfortunate situation. This makes me angry.
Yeah.
And what did you say that the trouble compelled me to do again?
You're compelled to go done for in crises.
Dumb for?
Yeah, done for. 4 is basically like you're taken out of the scene. So it means you can't go on. You're knocked out. You're overwhelmed. You're too exhausted to continue with 7. If you restrained yourself, you could crawl, limp, or whisper. But strenuous things, like shouting, running, or even making moves, is beyond your meager ability. To avoid this fate, you'd have to stand your ground against the compel. So, compels don't take effect immediately, I don't think. And it's just that, like, it occurs when the condition is met. So a compel...
It's like at your discretion as the game master, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to say that the shock of the pain is not enough to make you done for right now, but it could be a problem later. And as a caveat, if you take 3 more troubles, you roll to deny death immediately.
How many troubles can we have?
You can have up to 4. When you've marked your 4th, you must roll to deny death.
This is interesting.
Question. Can I take advantage of this distraction to go further in the ship?
Yes. Go ahead to roll to break in.
By the way, I rolled a 14 on my alchemy move.
Okay, let's...
It gives me 3 things from my alchemy. Could I say that I use some dynamite to give me a bonus on this?
What? You have to tell me what you're doing first.
I take out some dynamite and I blow a hole in the... to blow away some debris to make a path further up.
If the dynamite gives you 8 to blood, then yes.
Hang on. Okay, well, it doesn't normally, so... Never mind. Okay, I'll just... let me ask this. Is there a clear way to get to wherever this prisoner is being kept?
I will... break in or out means that you just get there. I'll tell you how it happens. Okay, so, you choose one, I choose one.
I'm gonna say I lose track of something important.
Okay, alright, and I will say you run into an obstacle you didn't expect. Atop the... Alright, let me think here. Right. So, you manage to scramble out into the deck. Let's see, what can I take from you right now to lose something important? Okay. Right. As you... Let me think here. You know what? Yeah. I want to give you... Can I take...
Look at my kit.
I will say that... I'm going to say that your wooden spoon goes clattering onto the deck as you run across. Let's see here. At the top, the obstacle that you didn't expect, the prisoner at the top is encased in spongy prison. Yes. As in a sea sponge. It's think of it as something being contained within a brining jar. She is stuck fast she's stuck fast inside the base of the crow's nest. It's not going to be simple to just dig her. It's not going to be simple as to just pull her out.
What does the prisoner look like?
She is a let's see here. She is a woman badly sunburned, with patches of scraggly brown hair. As far as you can tell, she is wearing a rather nice looking dress shirt, despite her being marooned, likely silken magic in nature. As far as anything else, you can't really tell under the sponge.
Dane carefully assesses the situation. Could I figure out the origin of this spongy substance?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll this dice up.
Okay, I got a 7.
Okay, you can hold one, and take an additional one if you stick your nose somewhere you
How
should.
can I safely remove the prisoner How can I safely remove the prisoner?
If you manage to dehydrate the sponge, or otherwise expel the water from it, then it should be easy enough to pull her out.
Okay. Okay. There's probably not enough time for a ritual. Dane pulls out. I mean, you know what's gonna happen now.
I don't.
Dynamite.
Tell me. Okay.
I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest.
Civilian
Does
casualties!
Trey
Not a
have the
civilian.
flamethrower?
Yes. That's also... Trey has
It has
a...
a flamethrower.
Yes.
Okay.
But you would need to communicate that
Okay.
information.
I shout to. Okay. What is Trey's situation?
I think he is in the middle of debating whether or not to continue talking to the person to try and understand the situation or just try to get out of there.
Dane leans over the side. Hey, get up here now!
The Atlantean meets your gaze, Sir Trey. He's not going to let you get up there so easily.
Do I see anything?
Yes, I think you can. Like, you can see into the ship
Okay.
through the hole.
And Lyle is still with me?
You mean
Yes,
Lyle,
that's what I said, Lyle.
The
Yes.
homunculus?
Lyle was
Thought you
climbing
said- okay.
up before anyways, so he
Oh.
should be with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's within arm's reach.
I tell Lyle, distract that fish man.
Lyle, let's see here. Well, he's good for 8 blood, so he's going to jump down on top. He's going to jump down on top of the Atlantean. Great. Go ahead and roll to break in with a +1 since Lyle is assisting you. Like there are currently no more visible automatons, so they've fired off that sufficient.
Okay.
With a plus.
Nice.
With a plus what again?
But you don't
Plus
need
one.
Well, I
it.
would have done.
But that's still a 10.
11.
Yep. So choose one.
I think it makes sense here to mark trouble because of what my trouble is, because of what hunted means.
Are you sure that's what you'd like to do? I have the trouble that's appropriate here.
I think becoming hunted here makes sense.
Well, wait, hold on. You want to become a hunt? Sorry, hold
Is
on.
that not
You
how
want to become
trouble
hunted right
works?
now?
Am I reading this wrong? What
Let me-
is
let me
trouble
see,
again?
hold on.
Seems-
So it is okay. So
That's
if
my
you break the
vice.
rule dictated by your C's, yeah, that's your vice.
Okay, what is trouble again?
Trouble is a non-damage type affliction I can give you.
Okay.
So if you have to accept whatever I give you, though. You can't mark your vice in this situation
Okay.
to avoid a trouble. You gotta take what I give you if you accept the consequence.
I think then
Or you can go
I'll
with something else. The obstacle that you didn't expect as you make your way on is the rising tide that has crest over the other side of the island as a massive wave washes over and blasts over the overlooking rocks. The deck is now flooded with water. You're not going to be able to make your yes, okay. You're not going to be able to make your way around with this flowing water that easily.
Can I use Cementus Rains to try and calm the waters here?
Let me see.
It says control the weather. I don't know if that applies.
I mean, well, waves are controlled by wind, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I like that idea. If you're willing to accept the consequences of unleashing your powers, then yes, you can.
If I miss, take hunted in addition to any other consequences. So it uses my Spitfire, which is my best stat. So let's see how it goes.
That's a 7.
Partial success, not a miss. What is the consequence of a partial success?
So let's see here. If you hit, the power works as intended, but with caveats. If you choose the proportional cost, that means you take the brunt of the backlash, either with harm, trouble, or expenditure of resources.
It's your choice.
If it surges out...
It's choice, I don't choose here. And I'm not going to lose the power yet.
Yeah, I know.
We're explaining for the listener.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, let's see here. If it surges out of your control, it does more than you intended. It causes new problems, usually at the expense of your allies, surroundings, and plans. So, yeah, you know what? I think that controlling it at a partial success works here. So you manage to alter the tides around the ship, but it surges out of control. So instead of flowing under the deck, it is now flowing underneath the ship. It is now being pushed off into the water that has conspicuously come to low tide. So now the ship is moving precariously into a new dangerous position.
Oh.
But you do manage to get a grip of the tide. The water pushes back and rolls up like a carpet in your grasp as you shunt it underneath the ship.
Dane is absolutely floored by this. He has never seen anything like this, but he's a little lost for words. Do you have your flamethrower? Where is that?
I just kind of pulled up my wrist because it's like kind of almost, I believe it's like embedded into me almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aim it right there.
Okay, yes.
Let me think. So, does this work? I think that this... Is this like Spitfire or something? Let me think.
It's the Ashen Flame Gout. I don't know where you got that, if that helps.
I know, I made it up.
Well, then you...
Oh, great.
Let me think. I think that this counts as using a clever trick. You seize the upper hand or avoid a sticky situation.
So am I rolling that, or is...
Yes, please roll.
Uses vinegar. Hey, let's go. I
Yeah.
get more luck.
Awesome.
So a flamethrower is not typically something one considers to have finesse. But in your hand, or your arm rather, it is a tool of surgical precision. Tell us just how deftly you managed to carve this castaway free.
So, what exactly was I being ordered to do here? Because you said point it at a thing, and I just went. I think Trey was almost like in panic mode. So just doing exactly.
Yeah, Dane asked you to cut this castaway free. She is encased in a prison of sea sponge underneath the... Let me think. Yeah, she's encased underneath a prison of sea sponge in the crow's nest.
Gotcha.
Like a muffin.
I think quite literally what happens is it is right outside of the spot to where it would burn her, just so it can burn away all of the sponge. And I think with that incredible success, I think what happens is that the pieces of that sponge that kind of fall away will land on whoever this Atlantean is.
I like that. The crow's nest crumbles under the scorching of the flame gout as you manage to pull her out as it pulls away. The Atlantean readying his scythe to carve Lyle into bits is crushed by this falling crow's nest. But now as the ship is beginning to teeter over the side of this blackstone breach, threatening to fall out into the open bay.
Well, time to go.
Yes, we
I'm going to run over and scoop up the captain.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're getting out of a dangerous situation, right?
Is everybody
Yes.
doing that, or just...
So yeah, it is breakout. I mean, everybody is in this bad situation. You're gonna want to
I
break
think
out of it.
Adam is also rolling for the captain he's carrying, right? Or was that someone else?
I think as the Matelot, he can do that, right?
Me? To order...
No, I mean as the Matelot, You can take someone with you, I think.
Sorry, I thought you said as the captain.
Sorry.
I don't have it up, but that sounds familiar.
Yeah, let me look as well.
I think this would count as protecting a crewmate.
Mayhap?
While the ship's falling, the captain can't do anything themselves.
Yeah, I think this counts.
That's true. Yeah. Since I'm gonna say you can do it since you're within arm's reach. It's a bit of an inspired idea. So I will say you can mark part of gold to lend them all your might and add to their roll.
Okay, so that would take my bond from the captain.
Yep. So yeah. So your assistance here would be vital.
But I believe that Harley, I believe you still have to roll then.
Yeah, roll with a
Right,
+2.
sorry. +2, just a flat roll?
This is...
Yes.
Oh, it's breaking
Plus-
her out, so that
well-
would be...
Oh, breaking her out? Okay.
would be your blood.
Well,
What's
I
your
already rolled blood. That's a miss.
Well, that's 2d6 plus 0. What's your modifier?
My
It's
blood
only
modifier is
plus
0.
And then its +2 is still 6, so that's still a miss.
Okay.
That's really bad.
Yeah. This is not going to be great for you.
I keep forgetting to use my luck.
Even worse for me, because this was avoidable, and
Yeah.
this would make it 4.
Okay,
This-
right. So, Adam, what's your choice for breaking her out?
What do you mean?
You suffer harm or mark trouble. You run into
Take
an
harm.
obstacle. You manage to scrape your way out of this place as the ship begins to tumble around you. Like you get hit with a wayward peak. You get hit with a ship as it buckles under the pressure of its own weight. As you get hit with a wayward board for one arm. Trey and Dane, you
Okay.
choose.
I suffer harm.
I will also suffer.
Okay. The same sort of thing occurs for the both of you as you manage to descend off of the crow's nest. You do take harm as the ship begins to go to splinters.
How much?
It's just one arm, right?
Just one harm this time. Mr. Captain
Wait,
Pacallis.
hang on, real quick. I
Let's see.
only got a partial success.
Yeah, I know. So you two also lose track of something important. Let's see, what can I take from you guys? That's what I could be even nastier and say you lose track of something important and leave Lyle behind, but I don't want to do that just yet. I'm gonna say that, like, in your haste, like with your figuring out the dynamite situation, you realize that you had left some spare organs up on the crow's nest. As you hear the jars shatter in the chaos. Let's see here. Trey, what will we do for you? Where's your kit?
It's under hood.
Okay. I'm gonna say that in the chaos you managed to lose your. What can you lose right now? What can I afford you to lose? You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna say that your bag flies open and the sheafs of paper go flying out.
Alright. Time to delete it.
Captain Pacallis, you got a miss on breaking her out.
Yes.
What can I do? Let me see here. What happens on a miss? Let's see here. You don't get out of the ship.
Wait, no. Could I use Juggernaut in this situation to be there just to help after breaking out? Maybe protect them from more damage.
You know what? Yeah, but I'm going to need to narrate what happens first. Captain Pacallis, despite you knowing your way around a ship, it's a much different story when it's going teetering off the side of a cliff. You take all of the typical exits as the ship turns over to no avail, and the unconventional ones, the porthole, the vents on the sides, even underneath in the bow of the ship, you realize that you are trapped as gravity overtakes you. Let's see here. Yes. So, the crew. because there's an indeterminate dozen or so of lackeys, see the ship go turning over its side into the drain. Let me think here. You take 2 harm as you batter up against the side of the ship as it goes tumbling to the water, filling with the sea. You are now drowning.
And I have 6 out of 8 harm.
Actually, you can't. Huh?
I said, and I now have 6 out of 8 harm.
Well, that's true.
Why?
Actually, I forgot. You can breathe underwater.
I can breathe
That's
underwater,
why.
yes.
Joey can?
Yes.
Yes, he can, because he's the Leviathan
they're
Slayer.
killer.
My goodness.
I forgot, sorry.
But I don't think you can swim right now, can you?
No, so you take a concussion.
Do I see the captain being in this situation?
Doesn't matter. I'm diving after them, sorry. Juggernaut, here we go.
I think
Yeah.
Trey stops Adam. My friend, we need to work smarter
Why?
here. I go and dive in.
Also, I still have to wonder, am I at level 4 yet because of all the harm that was just taken that did not need to be taken? Because if I am, completely different story's gonna happen.
Yeah. Do I take EXP for all that, for all of that harm? Because then I'd be definitely at the next level.
You take XP when you take a miss.
When I'm at a miss?
You don't get EXP when you take a
Okay.
harm. Yeah.
Well, I'm at 7, so I'd level up.
What's your damage at, by the way?
Me?
No, Trey.
I only have 1 arm.
Oh, okay. So, let me see. What are the misses like right now? So, Joey missed 1. Adam missed 1. Tre Bresaint missed 1 like 2 weeks ago.
What are we
Wild
talking about?
Misses to calculate EXP.
You're asking if you're at level 4. That's up to you. I think that's up to you.
Not level 4, no. For my vice, the amount of harm that has been taken,
Let me see.
that was what
That
I was
makes
asking.
more sense.
Not level rise. Yes, different
So-
story entirely because of all of that, which could have been avoided. Most
So-
certainly with the captain.
Surprisingly, you haven't taken any troubles yet. I don't think.
I have leftover troubles, but also the thing is, I have
If
that
you
thing,
are
undue
rash.
injuries.
Right, sorry. You are rash, so yes, I will compel you to rush in recklessly and thoughtlessly.
I'm furious still,
Right.
just rash, and with the damage that was just taken, does that tip me over to the next one? Because
because-
of my okay.
You don't, damage does not affect your Matelot troubles. Sorry.
Talked about it before in the first one, and it was one of the things that puts it off is the undue harm to the crew.
Right, sorry. That's what sets you off.
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot. Yes, yeah, I do think that it would push you forward.
So, at that point in time, I am no longer Adam.
Okay.
Let me think though.
If that is,
did we establish the rules that if you're at furious, does it renew your rash?
so we said we can get rid of it, so we can get rid of ones behind it, but I have to get rid of all of them to go back down.
Right. So that would push you from furious to raging.
Yeah.
What does this look like when your Matelot rage overtakes you?
This isn't something I thought that would happen this early on, I'm gonna be honest, but
Let me think.
mine, honestly.
I don't think that your oddity takes place yet. Wait, actually no, forget that. It does take place. It happens right now.
I know.
I forgot. Okay, you're compelled not just to fly into a violent rage, but to turn into a warped half-human beast. Yeah, tell us what happens when you become a lycanthrope.
What?
Oh, goodness. So, after trying to save the captain, fail miserably, I see both Trey and Dane jumping down, getting hurt, and that's the final straw. I fall to my knees, and I'd say it starts with my beard, and the hair just gets thicker and thicker, and it just continues to spread until, I stop looking so much human and more so beast-like. It would, let's say, focus more upper body. I think that makes more sense for this. And, well, the thing that set it off is what I'm gonna go after. Unfortunately, it's an inanimate object that's falling. Instead of screaming, I'm going to howl at the goddamn sky and jump to start tearing this ship apart that's already falling apart. It's not going to exist anymore. That's what my mind goes to. Single-minded destruction. Anything that gets in my way is being moved.
Okay, and we did say Tre Bresaint was trying to stop.
Yes.
So your claws and teeth deal 3 harm close.
Yes.
Yeah, in a flash, Trey, a set of claws dig into your chest as you are blown back into the arms of the absolutely shocked lackeys aboard the Wild Blue Yonder.
Will I take 3 more harm?
You take 3 more harm.
I'm at 4 of 6.
You are swatted like a bag of sand.
Okay, if no one else is
I
available...
want to remind...
Or sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, well, I was going to say, like, I was going to jump in the water if no one else is going to.
That's
I
where
think
I'm
that
going,
is what he's
actually.
doing. But I do want to remind both you guys and the audience that Trey is, like, fully kind of old. Like, mid-40s looking. So... yeah, he's just a stack of potatoes right now. He is hurt.
Okay, Dane's focused. Dane's gaze quickly shifts between the rampaging werewolf and the critically injured crewmate, and he decides to go help the crewmate instead. And climbs aboard the ship. He does not want to deal with all that.
So, yes, give me space here. Adam, you are no longer man, you are beast. You heal all harm, take +1 to blood.
Jeez.
You may use your teeth and claws as weapons. You leave this form when done for, rolling to deny death, or when the thing that caused you to turn is no longer affecting you. Tell us how you put your ire out on this ship.
So, this ship, which is the bane of my existence currently, is falling to be destroyed. But if I don't take my fair pieces of it, it's not gonna help. I'm jumping with it. I'm gonna break through as much of the ship as I can, as fast as I can, not caring what happens to me or the captain at this point, because it's the ship's fault, unfortunately.
Roll your fisticuffs.
And they get a +1 then.
Yeah, that's a +3 modifier overall.
Jeez.
It's a +4. My blood's already 3. It gets
Oh
a
my
+1, so
goodness.
it's a 4.
Insanity.
13.
No,
Okay.
it's even a 14.
14.
So on a 10 plus pick one, a 7 to 9 both occur. You attract unwanted attention or you take +1 harm in the process.
I'll take the unwanted attention.
I think you're kind of getting
Okay.
it anyways.
You manage to rip the hull of the ship apart. It cracks open like a coconut. I have a lot of food metaphors. However, in the scuffle, you come face to face with the Atlantean, still alive, with its crooked blade hanging underneath its arm between you and your captain.
He trying to stop me from destroying the ship?
It's going to stop you from reclaiming your captain.
If he's in my way, he's in my way.
He's not moving. You're going to have
I'm
to
going
move
through him.
Yep.
That's not fisticuffs, that's just getting to a scrap, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's not...
Give us this roll. I feel like we know what's gonna happen here. Yep. So on a hit, you deal your weapons damage. I think we're gonna. You also seize the ante. How would you like to use this ante over them?
what can antes do again? I've forgotten.
You see something from them. You force them into a precarious new position. You intimidate them and compel them to back off. You force them. Well, hold on. Is that it? It might be.
Well, no, like, you can spend your ante as if we're a bond with your opponent.
Yes. Sorry. When you okay, that. Those are the additional options. So ante is special. Sorry. So when you have bond, you help or hinder someone, push an NPC to greatness or thwart their action, give them or remove an emotion-based tag or trouble, or use them as inspiration and stand your ground. I think thwarting their action might be useful here.
It's either that or, like, take their scythe.
I like that. So you have deshelled a crab before, right? The fork goes in, the crab comes out, that sort of
Yes.
thing. The Atlantean is fast in the water. Let's not get it twisted. He is in his element, but you are beyond simple speed. You are a force of violence. You grab his forearm and you tear it apart. His flesh expounds out into the water, turning a nasty purple as you rip the blade free from his forearm. How do I even describe this? A withered banana. A lot of metaphors.
Sorry,
But,
I had to.
yeah,
The most
step
satisfying.
out for a second. Well, sorry, did you just describe someone as a withered banana?
Yes, this is what you've turned the Atlantean
You can see
into.
that.
You've essentially torn out extra arm, this extra bone in his forearm, and as the rest of his muscle has left forth from the wound in the middle of the flooded ship. The water is now turned a ghastly purple from his blood as you see the life drain from him into the water around you. Your need for violence has been sated.
Well, then that ends the raging because I've also already harmed Tre.
Yes. Also, let's see here. I believe that. But yeah, no. Lycanthrope is just an additional caveat to these things. You would still be raging if you had not harmed Tre Bresaint beforehand.
Yes. Ultimately helpful, also. Still very hindering to
Yeah.
the relationship between myself and Bresaint.
Yeah. Well, there'll be time for that later. Now,
Let's get the captain.
yeah. There's nothing impeding you at this point, so I think Pat, you're both just surface at this point.
Is there any roles for Dane to help me out?
I mean, not at this moment, no. I would say that you could just get up you could swim out since you're unimpeded.
No, I'm talking.
This. You mean like the healing?
Yeah. Is there something where
You do have healing salves, I'm pretty sure.
you also have clerical study?
Yeah. Let me see here. Healing. Let me just see here. What are the mechanics here? So, slow touch +1 health. So yeah, I would say that over some time you could heal him. And also, I believe you do have like the healing. You do have this healing salves move, right? Dane.
Axol, if you're talking, we can't hear you, man.
He might be away from the mic.
Sorry,
And I won't worry about it right now.
is my turn?
Yes. Let me just see. Do you have the healing salves move?
Hang on. So, okay, I have... Who am I healing? Tre?
Yeah.
Sorry, no, you don't. I don't think you do have.
I have clerical study.
You have alchemy, homunculus, surgery, and miskatonic. You don't have healing cells.
I do have
Surgery
healing.
could heal.
Well, that's true. If you do use her, you have to use. Let's see here. You need no strange feats or tools. Okay. So you may roll to do this. If you wish. Tre, you may spend a bond with Dane to increase the effectiveness. If you wish.
We have a bond, so yeah, I'll spend that.
Okay.
Because you trust him.
God.
Okay, that
Well,
was a
it's
7.
an 8.
Okay.
So let's see here. You choose one less side effect.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, on a 7 to 9, I choose 2.
And since it's clerical study, so it's actually just one.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to, let's see. I'm already enthralled, so I guess it's messy. I exhaust my...
No.
Well, it's either that or
Okay, so that,
I must spend a downtime to complete it.
yeah, let's see here. At the end of a downtime, you do heal all harm anyways. That would not be useful.
Well, hang on, let me see that down.
I thought we only healed 2 at the end of a downtime.
Let me see.
At the end of a restful downtime, you have the option to heal all the harm accrued in your previous adventure. So
If you're okay to risk it, you can do it's messy, but I'm not too worried if you just want to go with time consuming.
okay, we'll say it's time consuming. Now, what about the captain?
Yeah, how's the captain doing?
Is there passed out?
There is a you're not in a serious situation, so it's not doesn't have that sort of effect. But if you push yourself, you feel like you might pass out.
What is it? What do okay, so Tre's injuries have like scratches and things of that nature. How does the captain look?
It's this ugly purple gouge in his chest. It's this long slash from the tip of the shoulder all the way down to the hip.
Dane gives. Do pirates have ice?
Ice?
Yeah.
What about it?
Do we have it?
I'm not sure.
It's probably not.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna give Tre a cold compress. Okay, take this. Go lie down. I'm gonna see what I can do for the captain.
I think that Tre actually has healing salves on him.
I also
Do I?
have healing salve. I'm going to.
Do you both have healing? Wait, hold on. Do you both have healing salves?
Yeah.
Don't think I do.
Oh, they both do. You have the move healing salve and also you have the move healing salve and equipment healing salve.
I'm going to
I don't
apply
think
some
I do,
healing
really.
salve. I'm going to apply some healing salve to the captain.
Okay, and you roll your surgery move to clear poison if you wish.
Partial success.
Frank.
Let's see. Hang on. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I read the move. Expended downtime means that you don't have time for a downtime move later.
So I still heal
So
for 1 harm, or how many?
you heal for 1 harm. But this means narratively that Dane will be checking in with you later, so you wouldn't have time to do something else. This is the opportunity cost.
Okay. I'm going to exhaust my surgery tools.
After rigorous surgery, your tools have been compromised. They're going to need to go in. They're going to need to be boiled again before they're safe to use. After many rags have been doused, the poison has been subsided, and I think, yeah, the poison has been subsided. Unless you spend a healing salve, you don't heal. But the poison trouble is gone now. That's the benefit of having a Chirurgeon.
It's a Chirurgeon.
A Chirurgeon, sorry.
I think Tre is staring some pretty hefty daggers at Adam. Like, just the icy...
I would
Like,
be
the
too.
icy stare that you get from your grandfather. Full, like... It's not hatred, but it's something that you don't like to see from a person.
Okay, we'll have. Okay, I'll say like I'm sponging up your blood or something, and I'll say to Tre over his operating table. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. We have. Well, I'm not sure what we have. I'm not versed in the esoteric. Maybe he's a mutant or something. You have to ask him, but he's prone to these outbursts. This is going to take all day. Thankfully, it isn't too bad. It's mostly cosmetic, but it is going to hurt for a while.
So I will stat out the abalone blade for you now. It's 2 harm. Yes, it is 2 harm for heavy.
This is the blade from the Atlantean?
Yeah. So yeah, it's 2 harm for heavy poison. Yeah.
This is literally boss loot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my
Fine.
god, force drop!
He killed. I love how this guy didn't die from an entire ship's crow's nest falling onto him, but he dies from a single lycanthrope, and that's just the best.
Well, you're definitely more than a single man when you're
You
a
say
lycanthrope.
a
You have
single
the strength of-
lycanthrope like one lycanthrope isn't dangerous.
Hey, I'm a
Yeah,
D&D player. Lycanthropes not that dangerous to me.
That's
but
true.
That's fair. That's fair.
Would you rather fight one lycanthrope-sized atom or 50 atom-sized lycanthropes?
I love how that's.
They both
The
sound,
size
whole
isn't
move.
that different, I'm gonna be honest.
they both sound pretty bad.
They do, yeah.
Okay, I suppose can I speak?
yeah, you can, because you're no longer poisoned.
I will make an attempt to stand up. What happens?
You stand up. You're no longer
Yeah.
poisoned. Like I said.
I'm sorry. I thought I thought I would fall back down or something because of the whole 7 harm thing.
Dane turns and says, "Captain, please, lie down. You've lost a...
Let me just see.
I don't...
Let me just
how you... I don't...
see if it's appropriate time to go done for. So let me just check here. 7 harm. Okay, you have 8 harm. So I guess you don't mark done at that point.
Then I will walk back to the rowboat, sit down, and put my head in my hands.
Oh wow.
Captain, please, come back to your bed.
Shut up, Dane.
Captain.
And I'm gonna be honest, they're probably gonna cry.
No.
They're definitely crying. I'll say they're definitely crying. You
I
guys
think-
can shift to another scene.
No, I think Trey, he walks over silently and just gonna sit there with him, just waiting, or with them, just waiting for them to calm down. Like, not touching, not speaking, just giving them some time, but just being there.
Dane goes inside and opens up a bottle of rum and pours himself some.
Okay.
He sits at the table, at the dining table, and looks down into it. I almost killed the captain. What have I done?
I'm glad you guys are getting into it.
I'm just.
Before he takes
I
his...
failed you. I failed you. I'm so bad at this.
Our captain is crying and you're laughing. They almost died and
Joey's
you're
crying
laughing.
and you're laughing.
Yeah, sorry.
Please leave me alone.
Joins you in the rowboat. Captain, that was awesome.
Shut up.
Okay.
Honey, please. Kiddo. It's really... They're gonna regain their composure a bit. That wasn't awesome. It really wasn't. You did good. But I'm just reconsidering a bit.
Who is it that said that?
Becca.
I sort of nod for Becca to sit down, but just do it quietly.
Alright. Okay, I got this. In the chaos, Lyle had led your castaway into the ship with him. You can see a bit contemplative, holding up not holding up, but holding to herself this brooch of hers, sat in the ship. Presumably for the first time in a while.
I think once some time has passed, Trey will just stand up, just pat Joey on the shoulder and walk to wherever Adam is.
Adam's laying sprawled out at the front of the ship, just laying there, just looking at the sky.
Mr. Laurence,
Yes, Bresaint.
would you like to explain?
What do you want me to explain?
He kind of looks down at the now, like, the kind of slightly healed, like, gashes and wounds from what Adam did, and is just like, I think you have an idea of what I want to explain.
Yes, but also, I know you haven't told me everything, which doesn't give me much want to tell you everything. I do understand that this situation does call for an explanation, but you haven't been wholly truthful with us either.
Because I know that with what I am able to do, I will not be in active danger to the rest of the crew. What you were able to do, or rather what you were not able to do, which was control yourself, you can become an active danger to the rest of the crew.
Don't you think
Then
I'm
why
aware
didn't
of
you
this?
say anything?
I think this situation calls for a testing bonds thing. We can move into a short downtime, I think. Actually, maybe we can't. No, we can't, because we're technically still on our way to...
Can we pause real quick? I need to feed my grandma. Like, could we just, like, come back at 8? I'd like to be here.
I mean, I
first.
guess.
And I wanted to let everybody know, the final preview of the PDF
Yeah,
is
I
out.
saw it. It's really polished. It's
I know.
actually a fucking table
But
of
they-
contents. Let's go.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Unfortunately, it's not... Is it hyperlinked? Is it hyperlinked? Let
Yeah,
me
it's
see.
hyperlinked.
Yes, it is hyperlinked. Yay! Let's see here. Unfortunately, they don't have the accessory playbooks yet, but the table of contents is really helpful.
I have a question real quick. I got to 7 EXP, so that means I level up, right?
So, yes. you
Okay,
do.
wait. Did I already level up once, or...
You should have. I
Okay,
think.
is that reset then?
Let me just check. Whenever you level up, you go back to 0.
Oh, well then I... Yeah,
And-
then I don't. It's 6 to level up at first level, right?
Yes.
Okay, well then I only
So
have
you-
1 EXP and I don't level up.
Okay.
Actually, wait, do you get an EXP point for harm? I forget.
You get an XP for whenever you fail a roll.
Okay, just failing a roll, got it. So then I only have 1 EXP out of 7. My bad.
The World with Jaws is a Rapscallion actual play. All properties and entities are owned by their respective authors and artists, and you can find a link to all things used, including the game system by Magpie Games for Rapscallion, and links to the artists and songs used in this episode. If you enjoyed listening to this episode, please leave a rating and review on our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please check out this show and many others like it on the Cast Junkie Discord server with the link below in the show notes. And as always, thanks for sailing with us in the world of Jaws, and thanks for being a part of the worlds we know. Until next time.